This conference will now be recorded.
Oh, all right. I think that's it for the instruction part. Does anybody have any questions at this point? Are we good to go?
Well, I just have a question. So you're kind of like cutting into the cardboard and then sliding the piece and well, cutting both pieces and then sticking them together like that?
Exactly. There's no glue involved or adhesive. It's just cutting these slits into the cardboard and then like fitting one into that slit so that they're kind of crisscrossed and formed. And I can show you exactly what's going on there for that. Let's go ahead and see if I can switch to my view. There we go. Can everybody see me? If you're in speaker view? Okay, good. I'm going to switch my camera to the document camera, so you'll be able to see my hands working here. Can everybody see me? Okay, good. So this is that sculpture that we just finished looking. So this camera only views down onto my table, so I'm going to like turn this up, but I'm going to pull this apart so we can see all the little pieces that I made here. And then we'll get started on making our own. So for the base, because the base has to be like the strongest piece to hold everything up, I had two identical pieces of cardboard, identical shapes, and one of them has a slit cut down the middle. Can y'all see that? But it doesn't go all the way through. There's just a little, like maybe a 1/4 inch of space left there where I didn't cut. And then this second piece doesn't have any in it, and it gets inserted there, and then it's like a little standing base. And then I have these two pieces and these two pieces to attach the midsection onto. So these two pieces I made for the midsection, and I made two pieces, and they're very geometric, but they also have slits cut here on each of them so that that's where I'm going to attach them to the base. Let's see. So I'm going to put this back together. So you guys, yes.
Sorry. Could you show us the base from different angles so we can see what it looks like together? Thank you.
Does everybody kind of see how those fit together with this, how it kind of inserts and crisscrosses? Yeah, okay, thumbs up. Thank you. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate the communication. So I'm going to add these pieces on here, and I'm going to flip it around so you guys can see it. But I just need to get it on here pretty good. Yeah. So this is what we'll end up with, is like this geometric sculpture shape. And I know you can't see it from the front from this angle, but it does stand up on its own. So what you'll need then, I have a bunch of cardboard pieces. I have these from some products, and I just really like their color. So I'm going to use pieces of these for my, and then I have some regular brown cardboard, and I've spray painted one side white. So if you don't have spray paint, if you just have white paint, or if you just want to use the brown side, totally fine. That's totally up to you. Does anybody have, I thought I heard somebody ask a question. So I also have this other cardboard that used to be a cracker box. And then I spray painted the inside white. And we'll be drawing our colorful designs on here. But I think this piece, because it's thicker and it's a lot sturdier, I'm going to use this one as my base because it's heavier and it's going to be able to support the weight of all these other pieces. Does that make sense? Can we get a thumbs up? Awesome. Thank you. Excellent. Okay. So I personally just like the A-frame because it looks like sticks to me. But if you would like to make another shape, if you just want to make squares or rectangles that fit together in this same way, go for it. But let's get a piece of our piece of cardboard that's going to be our base. If everybody wants to do that with me here. And then I'm going to take my ruler or my straight edge and like a pen or a marker or a pencil, whichever you have. And I'm just going to start kind of weighing out what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to cut this section off right here, and I'm going to use this piece to make my base pieces. There we go. So here I'm going to cut this. With my scissors as best I can. And I think I'm actually going to go the rest of the way with my X-Acto knife. If you have a utility knife or a cardboard cutter, that works really well too. Now I think I'm just going to even that out. All right. So now I have this oblong piece, this like rectangular piece. If I cut this in half, then I have two more or less identical pieces to work with. And if we go back to our previous design, these are also identical pieces. And then we'll see which one's going to be top and which one's going to be bottom. How's everybody doing? Y'all have something for your base pieces? Good. Thank you for the thumbs up. All right. I'm going to make a line here more or less down the middle. Just kind of eyeballing. And I'm going to cut that in half. All right. So see how I've got these two pieces now? They're more or less kind of identical, right? I see everybody kind of working along. I love it. How's everybody doing on their base pieces? Y'all have any questions so far? Thumbs up. Excellent. All right. So here's where we get to be really creative. So in the first example, I used this A-frame. So I would have cut this out. I would have cut these corners off. I cut this little kind of round piece out. And I think I'm going to go with that shape again because I really liked it last time. So I'm going to do it again for you guys. And I think for the purpose of like instruction, this is our first time kind of going at it. Oh, look, great. Somebody has done it already with a little piece. I love it. If you turn your camera on, want to show me what you're doing? I can see everybody's camera. Excellent. That's excellent. You're getting really creative with it. I love it. So I'm gonna try to catch up with y'all because y'all are beating me. So I'm gonna try to get going on here and just make two A-frames. There we go. Snip this off. Snip that off. So that's kind of an A-frame, right? Close enough. I'll just line this up to the second piece. And you know what? I actually don't want this. Let's see. There we go. And then just like I did for this piece, I'm gonna put a mark. I'm gonna cut that piece off, just like that. Excellent. Man, you guys are great. I love it. Really love what y'all are doing. So one thing to think about, I've just made a cut here. It's really, really thin because I'm using this really thin blade. And this cardboard is thick. So if I try to squeeze this in here, it's not going to work out too well. So you can like expand this by using scissors or by using your blade and just shave off a little thin piece. See if I can do it here. So you can kind of see this piece here that I've cut off that's kind of thin. And just to expand the space of this slit that I've cut. And it'll fit the cardboard a little bit better. And that's something we'll have to think about throughout the project, is expanding the size of your cut so that it'll fit over certain cardboards, just depending on what you're using. Another issue here is you can see my base. You see this right here? This is probably not going to stand up on its own very well. Like it's going to do this and kind of flip-flop. So I can go back. I can make a mark right here and right here and just draw a line. I'm just going to slice off that little section so that it all stands flat and even. Okay. So now I've got these pieces here. Fit them in together. You can kind of see what's going on. All right, I'm going to pause. And I want to see where all of you guys are at. Has everybody gotten a base that wants to make a base? Oh, look at that. That's lovely. I love it with the two little boys there. Y'all are doing great. Excellent job, guys. What are you showing me there? Are you showing me some pieces of cardboard? Y'all are doing a great job. Excellent.
No, it's out of clay.
Oh, it's clay? You can use clay also.
I'm making my mini sculpture out of clay.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. That's going to be fantastic.
I'm already done.
Okay.
Fast. You're really fast. All right. I have this little base piece, right? Stands up really, really well. There's no flip-flops. It's nice and sturdy. So I'm going to move on to a mid section. The mid section should be a little bit lighter. If you want to use the heavy cardboard for the mid and the top, you're more than welcome to do that as well. But I have these lovely pieces. Look at that color. I can't throw this away. I kept this. Even before I knew I was going to do a workshop like this, I kept it. I love this color. So I'm going to use this one for the mid section. So give me just a sec. I'm going to like chop this down into strips. Holler at me if you have anything to share, guys. Okay. These, I think this piece, honestly, is enough to use for this. So I'm going to slice this in half again. They're not perfectly identical sizes, but that's okay. And at this point, I can think about attaching stuff to this section here, or I can attach to these two pieces here with the same idea of cutting a slit in this piece and then just plopping it onto there. And that's just how we're just gonna keep stacking pieces like that throughout the rest of this workshop. So what I'm gonna do now is maybe put a piece here and a piece right here. So I'm gonna use both of these pieces. And I'm gonna put my cuts right in the middle. I think that should do. Let's see here. Just gonna widen that a little more with my scissors. Since this cardboard is pretty thin and flimsy, and then this cardboard for the base is pretty thick. So if this fits, let me just see if that's a good enough cut. I think I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger. Here we go. That seems to fit just right. How about this one? Yeah. So on the other side, I have like the product packaging graphics. I'm probably gonna put that facing the inside because I really only wanna see this color kind of solid, right? So we can add 2 pieces. So this is what I have so far for like a front piece. But I haven't made these into a shape yet. All I've done is just attach them to the base. So now I can get kind of creative with, do I want a round edge? Do I want to chop these corners off? Do I want to make some kind of geometric shape? Oh, that's really cool. I can't see anybody's names when I hover, so I'm not sure who I'm looking at, but I can see your camera rotating. Love that. Y'all are doing great. Oh, that's great too. That looks like a sailboat. Awesome. Loving it. So I'm just going to start chopping off pieces and play around with these shapes a little bit more. Okay. So now I have this this kind of oblong shaped piece, kind of a diamond. And then I've got this kind of rounded shape on the other side. So now you can keep stacking. So I'm going to add another piece, but I'm going to use this color cardboard. Oh, is that your clay sculpture? The pink, that looks great. You guys did a fantastic job.
I'm also done with mine.
Did you? You're fast. Oh, that looks great. Is that a little character?
Yeah.
I love it. That's excellent. So guys, I'm going to attach another piece right here. So I'm going to kind of eyeball where I'm going to make a cut. And then you can just kind of mark more or less where this other one is going to go. And I can kind of easily attach this piece here. So really this is just about geometric form and geometric shapes. And once I've made my cut marks, my connection points, then I can just do whatever I like with that shape. Excellent. I love what y'all are doing. Y'all are really taking this to a whole other level. I love it. Show me more. So at this point, I have these cool solid colors, but I'm gonna like take this all apart now. And this is like kind of a fun part of decorating, adding some color pop, or maybe even painting or gluing pieces of paper onto these surfaces, and then putting it back together. I have a lot of these permanent markers. Let's see. Oh, I love what y'all are doing. That looks so good. Hey, look at that. Is that I think I'm seeing like a green. Thanks for holding that up for me. I can see that. Oh, that's great.
I'm using a lot of colorful file folders, but not for the base. I used like a Pottery Barn, folder like this.
Yeah,
It's real
that's great.
sturdy. I cut it
Really
double. Cut it double.
Ah, I see. I see.
Yeah.
So we can just use whatever's lying around. What is everybody else using? Are y'all using any kind of specific recycled material from your home?
I used a cardboard box from work.
Excellent. Me too. This is like an old piece of packaging. That one kind of looks like a dinosaur. Whoever's holding theirs up right now in front of the camera, that one looks like a dinosaur to me. I don't know. That's excellent.
Mind to go.
We're using pizza boxes.
Now, would you mind to go one more time?
One more time?
Yeah, is it just one piece? I don't know. I didn't watch very carefully. Which one is your top piece?
My top piece. So these are my two bottom pieces. These are the mid pieces. This is my top piece here.
And you usually just have one top piece?
I mean, that's the way I made the version, but you could continue adding more sections here. And what I want to show kind of at the end also is some of these to attach pieces onto the side that just kind of stick out. But I would say these three elements are like kind of your midline structure, center of gravity. And after you have these four pieces, you can start adding appendages that stick off on the side, the same kind of method. Does that make sense? Does that answer your question?
Yes, you do. Thank you.
Excellent. I'm going to continue coloring on mine. Does anyone else want to share what their ideas are going?
We used pizza boxes, Coca-Cola boxes, popsicle boxes, ice cream, stuff like that.
Oh,
And
nice.
then some of it I spray painted, and as you can see, I'm starting to attach them together. So there's the Cheerios
All right.
box.
I love it. That's super inventive. I really like that shape too. Like I like the counterbalancing of like that big centerpiece and then all the little smaller appendages on there. Really
And then
awesome.
there's my husband. He's just using different cardboard, and
Oh, is that a
they're really.
toilet?
Is that a what?
It looks like he used a toilet paper roll too.
No, it's a Coca-Cola box, and he just attached it on the sides. He made slits on the sides and then inserted them. So he made a cylinder.
Oh man, I love that. That's so inventive. I love it. Let's see, we have some comments in the chat. Questions, rather. I'm going to just continue putting this one back together because this is kind of where I'm at now. I've got the base, I've got that mid piece, I've got a little bit of tension. Now I think I want to start adding pieces onto the side that just kind of stick out, that aren't part of the structure that's going to hold it together, but just decorative stuff. So I'm going to start making some shapes. Are you able to view this? If anybody's having issues with the screen or with the viewing, you can holler at. Wow, guys, y'all are making some excellent pieces. And they're much smaller and much more ambitious than mine. I love it. I think I'm going to cut this one at like an angle. Just kind of this little fin shape. And I'm going to attach it here. And I'm just kind of adjusting as I go, right? And it's kind of a cool color contrast. I really like the way this is turning out. Oh, yes. Andres, I see your comment about symmetrical and asymmetrical forms. It's a great, I know a lot of you are art teachers. We actually have this on our McNay from Home tab on the McNay website. It's called Forms, and there is a lesson plan that goes along with this that we can share with everyone in our once we follow up with you in an email. So now I've got this kind of looking more and more like a spaceship or like a rocket ship maybe, but it does some wings now. And I think I might add a little bit more decoration and appendages. How's everybody doing? Is everybody kind of following through? Let's see.
I glued some paper to one of my pieces instead of coloring it.
Oh, I can see that decorative paper.
Yeah.
Yes, that's an excellent way. There are so many, there's really no wrong way to go about this, and I really love where you guys are taking it inventive with it. You can change the surfaces.
Over here, you can see.
Wow. This is a really great way to just use stuff at home. And yeah, if you are a teacher and you want to talk about geometric forms, you want to talk about shapes, structure, you could even use different materials. You could use different plastics. It doesn't have to be cardboard. Totally up to you. You can get super inventive with it. One like the Aaron Curry sculpture that we saw in the beginning and make something life size or make something much bigger. And then it gets a little more for your student.
Yeah, life size.
That's what I mean. You could do that.
Here we go. My head's on backwards. Excellent. So this is kind of where I'm at with mine. Excellent. Oh, that's wonderful. I see lots of much taller shapes. Oh, Rosemary, look at that. I love that. It looks like a little bear from where I'm sitting. I love that you're all taking on such great forms, like body forms and shapes, but using geometric shapes and pieces. Let's see. Does everybody have time to do a show and tell? That's a serious question, by the way. I'm going to switch my camera because I want to start off a show and tell here. Let's see. All right. Can everybody see my cam?
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah, y'all can see me? Okay, good. I can't see me. I don't know why, but as long as y'all can see me, I'm good with it. So this is my little geometric piece here. Again, I think it looks like a rocket ship, but it can also be somebody with their arms kind of splayed out, outstretched this way with these little midsection pieces and then some fun designs at the bottom. This is probably the sturdiest base that I've ever made. It's like the most wonky. So I think I'm getting really good at this. I made one yesterday as kind of like a practice for this. And I used these two different shapes and they fit together like this. Different angles, a thinner profile and then a little bit of a wider profile. And then I added these kind of, I think I tend to stick to like the similar shapes that look like this. I don't know why. And then this piece I just didn't even decorate. I kind of kept it because I like that graphic. Let me get this going. Putting them back together is also a challenge. So this is the shape I came up with yesterday. So it kind of changes every day that I make one of these things. What have you guys made? You guys have been showing me some really excellent pieces, but at this point, y'all have just been working away. I'd like to see, if you don't mind sharing, what magic y'all have created today.
So this one is mine. I just use a cereal box and I did
Can y'all see, Rhonda? I'm not sure your camera's on. I'm not able to see you at least.
Yeah.
do I have to do share your webcam?
Yes.
Or yeah. Or
Oh, there you are.
Yay!
So just a cereal box, and so I have a crisscross on the bottom, and then I made two waves. Well, I had the rounds for the for the cereal box on the ends.
I see.
And then I made 2 waves, reverse of each other. And then there's a little fish here.
Oh, wow. I love the way you use those graphics too.
Thanks.
Excellent job. Thank you, Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda, I love the idea of making a scene. You know, at least the way I was thinking about it is more about making something figurative or like a standing figure. But like this is really expanding the way that I'm thinking about this. And also, I'm going to leave right now and go buy some Honey Bunches of Oats because that is the best cereal. So I'll be right back. No, I'm just kidding.
Some product placement there. Hey,
I didn't know whether
Liz,
to
there.
Sorry, we lost you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, good, good. It seemed like my camera was telling me that you were going to talk, but I'm sorry if I volunteered you.
Oh, no, it's okay. We're finished. So this is mine. I took some cereal boxes, popsicles, little puppy off my doggy box of biscuits. And I just kind of created this from this angle, but then when you flip it around, you're just seeing more of silhouettes
Yeah.
and shape from this angle.
That's
And
excellent. I
so
love all the
it's got like,
colors and textures.
yeah, it's got 2 sides. And then my husband just finished his. His
I
is
just
like
use Coca-Cola boxes, pizza box. Sorry, it's kind of tall.
huge.
I love
It's
it.
really tall.
Yeah, everybody's making, that's really ambitious with the shape and the like the form and the scale too, really. I mean, these are really taking on, like, these is just way beyond, you know, with my little kind of like tiny simple designs. You guys are just taking it to another level and I love it. That's excellent. Thank you guys for sharing. Would anyone else like to do a little show and tell?
So here's my bird.
Well, oh, Renee, we just lost your camera.
Oh, it's because it was me and not the bird. I know I look like a bird.
We saw it for a second. Oh, wow.
There you are.
There it goes.
Hey, look at that.
Oh, here. What? Oh, it's floating around. There you go. So I got
Very
the
nice.
base. This is
Wow.
strange
Nice.
to try to do with the phone. So I got the base like she did, and some wings, because Coca-Cola gives me wings because Red Bull's too strong. And it's a little head.
Wow. Excellent. And see, now we're making animal shapes. We're making figures. We're making rocket ships.
There you go. This is really fun. I liked it.
I'm glad. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. This was something we could do for all ages, I think. I mean, you could make it as complex or as simple as you like, right?
Yeah, teachers, I saw a teacher do this one time, and the students built maquettes, so models with, you know, paperboard or cardboard to work out their ideas. And then they ended up making them out of wood. They made them out of plywood. So that was actually junior high level, so middle school students. So they made their maquettes and then they enlarged them and then cut them out of plywood, and they looked really cool.
Wow, that's a great idea too. This is kind of, you know, recycled stuff, right? So you can try out all your ideas on this kind of mid scale or medium scale, and then make it out of wood or aluminum, or, you know, you can like actually fabricate it from this point. Yeah.
Rachel, tell us what you got going on. Oh, Linda, and then we'll go Linda.
I didn't get to finish. I'm still missing. I attached just scraps of paper that I had actually from the McNay of some workshops that I brought some stuff home from.
I don't know. It's different because I didn't do both sides, so like I could do a totally different color on these other sides if I wanted to. But I'd like to add more stuff to it.
Yeah, I think you totally could, and I can definitely see this. I mean, that also has this like awesome bird shape, or like with that tall piece kind of reaching up. Super, super dynamic.
Linda, did you want to share now?
Sure. I can't reach mine. I'm not a very good builder because it's going to fall apart. So that's one of my issues, but I'll show it to you. It's very small. It's spiky. The bottom I made, can you see that at all or not?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, the bottom, I don't know if this was a mistake or not. I noticed yours was level. My bottom was unlevel. So that created a whole new problem in form. And then I ended up going up and then adding a bunch of little extra spiky things that are sticking out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if this is something you would have to glue because it's going to fall apart. But I do have some ideas for you that I've used as teaching.
Yes.
I've used emotions, have the students list many, many, many emotions. And then they pick an emotion and then their sculpture becomes that emotion. And then we even went further with it and did charcoal drawings, huge charcoal drawings of the emotion sculpture. And they were amazing. They really were.
Wow.
High school.
That is excellent. That is such a way to emote.
Yeah. Go ahead.
And I like that because you could have sharp shapes that mean one emotion, or you could have really soft edges mean another thing.
And also the other thing when I did this lesson was they could not use any glue. So it had to stick together with the little slits. But they also were all white. Every one of them was white. So when you cast the shadow with spotlights for the drawings, it was very interesting the way it worked out.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's an excellent challenge to kind of put on them too.
Yeah. But thank you, Janelle. This is fun. I'll make a bigger one next time.
Thank you so much for sharing and participating.
Okay.
Hey, Juliana, do you want to do a show and tell? I know you've been working diligently over there.
I'm still playing around with it to see like what organization I like best. So right now it's more of a puzzle than anything, but this one kind of seems to be working.
Oh.
The box that I use, I do like a floral subscription box. So I like this one because it has these like floral designs on it, which will be fun to paint in once I figure out what all of this is actually going to be.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of liking playing around with these shapes. I think what I wanted was this kind of like hunched over. Oh, there it goes. This hunched over figure. I'm trying to kind of construct it around that shape. So, and I'm also trying to play with balance, so nothing like that flat anywhere. Like nothing's really on the table. It's all a little bit off.
When I was trimming the legs of mine, and I kept trimming, and it was like that person who cuts off the leg of the table to make it even, and then the other three are uneven, and eventually your legs are, this long. That's how I felt. I kept trimming and then trimming. I was like, this guy's not going to have any legs by the time I finish. With all my trimming,
trying to
I did something a little different with my base, so that I didn't have to trim it, I guess.
Oh, we can't see your camera. Can we adjust your camera?
Oh.
Sorry.
Yes, I'm sorry. No, it's me. I forget to switch it around, so you just get to see me. Sorry about that. Okay, so for the base, when we were cutting it, instead of cutting them both the same, I did kind of eyeball a measure from the top edge to here, and I made that same measurement here, and I cut one from the top up and one from the top down. I mean the bottom. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I put them. Lord have mercy. This is hard to show. Does that make sense? So that when you put them together, they stack.
They stack even, and then you don't have that wonky part, right?
And then if you've, when you put them together, I'd have to put the phone down. When you put them together, then they sit on top of each other and they're even.
Excellent. That's a really
Sorry,
great.
my battery's low.
Oh, that's okay.
You don't have to trim it.
Thank you for sharing that tip. That's a really excellent tip for moving forward, especially for teachers who want to maybe use this in the future. Would anyone like to share if we have a few more minutes?
Amy, I see you've got, I love that corrugated edge that you've got, or that top component. Do you want to share yours?
Sure, if I can. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Can you see it as well?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I can't tell what you see. So I decided to make my doggies a Shiba Inu from Japan. And so I had a bunch of origami paper, and so I put that at the bottom.
Wow.
I painted the cardboard, but I should have waited because it's soggy, and so I have to keep watching it, make sure it doesn't droop. But they have a signature curly tail, and then I put on a thin piece for a leash because he likes to go on walks. And then his ear, and they have small heads, so I put the smaller head than the body on purpose because they're kind of funny that way. And yeah, that's mine so far.
I love that. That's kind of similar to, you know, what our other participant was saying about emotions and making something based on an emotion. And then you're making something based on a familiar pet, you know, something that you know its shape anywhere. Creating it into this kind of abstract sculpture. I love it. And I'm sure your pet would appreciate it as well.
He might, or he might eat it.
Don't give them the choice, Amy. We are coming up on 1 o'clock, so we're just going to kind of bring today's workshop. I've tried to call on everybody who I can physically see has artwork in front of them, but please, you know, speak up if anybody else wants to show and tell. I just have a couple announcements. We'll send the recording of this workshop, the link to the recording, a short survey, and the link to our to register for our virtual field trip, which will be next Wednesday. And we'll be adding more workshops and programs to the website, and I'll include that link. It's mcnayart.org/events, where you can sign up for those. So any last show and tell? Closing thoughts?
I just have a question.
Go ahead.
This is a selfish question, but can we get staff development or professional development hour for this?
Yeah, absolutely. So Renee, there'll be in that same link, or that same email that I'll send this afternoon, there'll be a little link to a form where you can request a certificate for this hour. And
thank you.
Yeah. And that's true. Teachers, you can earn credit for attending our virtual field trips and virtual workshops.
Awesome. Thank you, Janelle. This was wonderful. I really enjoyed it. I think my kids will love doing it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for participating and sharing. And thanks to everybody again. Please leave us some feedback. This is the first time we've done the kind of live art making workshop, so we'd love some suggestions from you if you have any, or just some lovely encouraging comments. And we look forward to the next time, and thank you again. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
I love that. Bye.
you. Good job, Janelle.
Was that success?
Super fun. I know I was supposed to be tech support, but I couldn't resist. I had to go raid the recycling bin.
I have so much cardboard. It's ridiculous. I have to make a life-size, like 5 life-size humans out of all the cardboard that I have.
Exactly. Dana, I'm so glad you could join. It was great to see you.
Bye, Dana. It's so good to see you.
Hi, Renee. All right, I'm going to end the meeting.
All righty.
Later.
Bye. See y'all
Bye.
soon. Stay safe.